Good morning, students. I hope you all are keeping fine. And I am Amrita Bharga, and I am going to teach you General Science of Class 2. And our first chapter is Living and Non-Living Things. Okay, our first chapter is Living and Non-Living Things. So, in class second, you have studied previous. In that, you have combined studied the SSC and GST, means General Science and Social Studies. You have studied together, but here we will study it separately. That is the General Science of the class 3. Okay, so ready. So we will start our first chapter. That is the living and non-living things. So from the term, it is clear that living means something which can react, have food, can grow, have a life. Means now leave all the characteristics, just come to the point. Living means those who are having life is called the living. Okay, so those who are having life is called living. Those who are without life means those who are not having, means those who are not reacting to any stimulus, or they are not taking food, they are not having any extra activities. So they will come into the category of the non-living things. So here we will categorize the things into two parts. Okay. Generally we go through a variety of things. We see a variety of things in our daily life, in our atmosphere, at home, in our school. You see a lot of things. So here just we will categorize the things into two categories, that is living and non-living things. So now first let's come to the point. So we will first see the living things. We will first see the living things. Okay. So we will first see the categories of the living things. So what is the first category? How you can classify the things into living things? Suppose I will give you a variety, 4-5 things mixed together, and you have to separate it into living and non-living. So how you will categorize the things? Come to the one. So let's see the characteristics on the basis of which you can classify the things into living and non-living. So first characteristic is living things breathe, means breathing. You know, in order to have a life, we should have a proper breath or the respiration. So first is breathe. In this characteristic, we will see the breathing section. You know, in order to live, we all are breathing. And how we are breathing? Human beings breathe through the nose. Human beings breathe through the nose, and air goes from nose to the lungs. Air goes from nose to the lungs. What about the animals? Now let's come to the animals. What about the fish? Fish breathes through the gills. How the fish breathes? Fish breathes through the gills. Okay. Here the fish. And what about insects? Insects breathe through the air holes. They have a air holes in the body. Okay. So insects breathe through the air holes present in their body. Then what about the plants? Plants breathe through minute pores known as stomata in the leaves. Okay, so plants breathe through the small pores in their leaves, that is known as the stomata. Stomata is what? It is nothing, just a small pore on the surface of the leaf. This is the small pore on the surface of the leaf, that is known as the stomata. Okay, so this is the breathing section. And what would be non-living things? Non-living things do not breathe. Non-living things don't have this breathing, this characteristic. Okay, non-living things do not breathe. Then next characteristic is living things need food. What they need? They need food. For what? In order to have life, they need food. And we also know that food is the our basic need of the life. Without food, we cannot have life. So for what we take food? In order to have life, we want food. And what does the food do? Food gives them energy to grow, move, and keep healthy. What do food do? It gives us energy to move and keep healthy. So it is the uses of the food. That's why we need food. Then, what are the human beings and animals? They also eat food. Human beings, animals, plants all need food in order to grow and in order to have energy. Then how do the animals take food? They move from one place to other place. They move from one place to other place for their food and for other different activities like shelter, mating, all these things. For all these things, they just move. So the main purpose of moving is that is the food. Then what about the plants? Plants do not need any food and they need food but they don't need to move from one place to other place. They have to make their own food in the presence of air, water and sunlight. Okay, so they have to make their own food. How they will make food? They will make food by the process known as photosynthesis. They will make food by the process known as photosynthesis. In that they have to take sunlight, carbon dioxide, water. These all things they will get from the surroundings. Okay. So these all things they will get it from the surroundings. So that is the process how the plants make food. What is that term known as? Photosynthesis. Right? Yes. That term is known as photosynthesis. And in higher classes you will go in detail about the photosynthesis. What about the non-living things? Non-living things do not take any food. Non-living things do not take any food. Now next topic is about the growth. Now third characteristic. Third characteristic is about the growth. So that is the growth. We know that living things have growth. We know that living things have growth. All living things grow day by day. Plants, animals, and human beings grow with the time. Okay, they grow with the time. But what would the non-living things? Does they grow? No. A baby grow into an adult. Okay, a small baby will grow into a human being, a big adult. Then what about a puppy? A puppy with a dog. A puppy will grow into a big dog. Then a small plant grow into a big plant. What about the small plant? They will grow into a big plant. So here, a small plant or some seedling, it will grow into a tree. So that is about the growth. Now next characteristic is about the movement. Living things move. You know, without moving, we cannot imagine the life. By sitting at a place, can you do your all work? No, never no. Yes. So for that, you have to move. Living things can move on their own. No? You suppose about yourself. You don't have to carried by someone. No, no. Unless and until and unless you have some accident or some other problems with your leg or body or the organ. So for that, you have to move from one place to other place for different activities. So here, how we move? We move with the help of our legs. We move with the help of our legs. Most animals move on their legs. Birds fly in the air using their wings. How do the birds fly in the air? Using their wings. Then what about the animals, fishes? All have movement. So our next characteristic was move of the movement. Here, what about the snakes? They crawl. They crawl on the ground using their bony plates. Under the skin, they have bony plates, and using that, they just crawl on the ground. Next, what about the fishes? Fishes have fins and tails. With the help of fins and tails, they swim in the water. Okay, they swim in the water. Then, what about birds? Birds fly with the wings. Already I explained. But some birds can walk and run also. Some birds can walk and run on the land using the wings and legs. A famous bird that is the penguin, right? Penguin that walk on the land, that walk on the land. Now come to the plant. Does the plant move? Of course, but not as a whole. No, yes, they don't move as a whole, but they move only some parts. They move there only some parts. So now we will see one by one about the different plants. What would the first? Let's see about the sunflower. First see about the sunflower. Here, sunflower. How the sunflower moves? Sunflower. They move with the help of sunlight. Means when sun is rising, it will turn toward the sun. When sun is on in middle of the earth, about 12 noon, it will turn first there, then it will come here, then slowly here, then like this. When in the evening, when sun sets toward the west, it will turn toward the west, right? So that is the movement of the plant, flowers or plants. Or they move with the help of heavy winds also. Heavy winds, when heavy wind is blowing, there is movement of the leaves, flowers, etc. So plants also move. Then sunflowers open in the morning and close at night. Sunflowers open in morning. Means morning they will get the sunlight, proper sunlight. So they are opening in the morning, and in night they will close their buds or their petals. So it means when the sunlight is when sun is set, there is no sunlight, they will close their buds or they will close their themselves. So many flowers are there. Some are day flower, night flower. According to their characteristics with the sun, they have given the different type of names. Right? Yes. Then what are the non-living things? Non-living things cannot move on their own. They move only when someone moves them. Move them from one place to other. Take the example of this duster. Can this duster can come from here to me by itself? No. So what we have to do? We have to take it by our hand. Then only I can clean this bowl. So it will come in the category of the non-living thing. It will not have any type of movement by itself, right? Then what about the? Now we will see the next characteristic, that is the living things feel and wear. What do they do? Living things feel and wear. That is the next characteristic. That is the fifth. Is the feeling, feel and wear, feel and wear. Okay, they feel and wear. Living things have feeling, means they can feel through their sense organs. We can see with our eyes in the light, but when it is dark, what happens? Can you see? No. When you go, sometimes you can meet with the accidents also. No? When you go, when it is dark, something will be there, you will go like this and you will just get hurt. So what is we have to do? For that, we need a proper light, right? So for that, we need a proper light in order to see the things in the rays of sunlight. So here, living things feel and wear. Our next characteristic is the living things feel and wear. So here, how they feel? We have sense organs. Human beings react to the sense organs. We have five sense organs. You know well. That is the eyes, ears, tongue, nose, and skin. So through these sense organs, we sense the things and we react to the surroundings. Take the example, when someone comes and pinches you from the behind, what happens? When someone comes and pinches you from the behind, suddenly you will turn back. You feel irritation and you will turn back. Means you are reacting. How? You are reacting to your skin, and skin is the sense organ. Skin is the sense organ. So all living things feel and react to the changes around. They feel and react to their sense organs. We can see with our eyes in the light. When it is dark, we are unable to see. We cry when we get hurt. Plants do not react to changes. Is it like that? No. They also react to the changes in the surroundings. Okay. They also react to the changes in the surroundings. Take the example of the famous plant that is known as touch me not. That is touch me not. Here, touch me not. What happens? When we touch the leaves of this plant, it just fold its leaves. It just fold its leaves, and then after some time it will come to the real position. So that is locally known as large one tree. Touch me not or touch me not or large one tree. So according to the characteristics, these plants have got the name. Means large one tree means having some same type of some shame or the feeling characteristics like having they are feeling some shame. So what are the non-living things? Does they have this characteristic? No. They do not feel or react to the surroundings. Okay. They do not feel or react to the surroundings. Non-living things, this characteristic is absent. Non-living things, this is absent. Okay, right. Now come to the living things reproduce. The next characteristic is living things reproduce. Means they will produce their own kind. Living things reproduce. Ready? Reproduction. They reproduce. Okay. So here, living things reproduce means they reproduce their own kind. All mammals give birth to young ones. Women give birth to babies. All animals give birth to young ones. We are also the babies or children of our parents. Someone has given birth to us also, right? Yes. So nobody comes from the fly from the sky. No. All are get birth. All are get through birth only. They come to us with heaven. Means these are beautiful planets that is known as the Earth. So all mammals give birth to young ones. Women give birth to babies. Then cows give birth to the calf. While birds, fishes, and some insects lay eggs which from which the babies come out. Okay, so cow give birth to the calf, while birds, fishes, and some insects lay eggs. Birds, fishes, and some insects lay eggs from which the babies come out. Most plants produce seeds, and they grow into new plants. In birds, they can produce through the roots and shoots. So here, plants they produce through the seed, and that seed can be grown into. It will give shoots that will grow into stems and roots. It will go under ground. So here, plants reproduce through the seed. Okay, so that is the reproduction of reproduce. How the plants reproduce. Most plants produce seeds. Seeds grow into new plants. In some plants, the stem, roots, and buds can produce new plants. So in some plants, the buds or the stem can produce the new plant. Here the rose. How the rose is produced? Rose produced by the stem cutting. We cut the stem of that plant and we plant it into the where? In the soil. And what are the potatoes? Potatoes also grown by the buds. Potatoes also grown by the buds. Non-living things do not reproduce. What are the non-living things? they do not reproduce. So here reproduction plants and animals. Here reproduction, all have reproduction or they produce their own kind. But what would the non-living things? They will never produce any kind. What about this doctor? Does it will create its own copy? No, never. It will not create the copy. Okay. What about this chalk? Does this produce any copy of this? No, it will not produce any other copy. So, non-living things never reproduce or they never give a copy of them. But what about animals? Every animal, either it is insect or elephant, either small animals or the big animals, either human beings or the plants. They produce or they reproduce their own kind. They reproduce their own kind. Okay. Then what would non-living things? They do not reproduce their own kind. Non-living things do not reproduce their own kind. So here, these were the main characteristics of the living and non-living things. In this chapter, we have to go through these points in order to categorize or in order to know the details about the living things. What the characteristics I discussed here, that all are absent in the non-living things. That all are absent in the non-living things. So one more time we will just revise it. First is the breath. Living things have breath. Through this we can know whether it is living or non-living. Then next is the food. Yes, they need food. Living things need food. Third is the movement. What needs? Living things need? They have the movement. Then what next is the growth. Living things have growth. They have growth. Next is they have feel and reaction. Next is they have feeling and reaction. Without that, it will come into non-living things. Right? Yes, they have feeling and reaction. Next and the last characteristic is they reproduce. What they do? They reproduce or they have reproduction in order to produce their own kind. So this was the all the characteristics about the living things. And these all characters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these all characters are absent in the non-living things. Okay. So by knowing these characteristics, we can easily categorize the thing into living and non-living. Okay. So that's all about the chapter. Okay.